Welcome to lecture number 18, Python for Absolute Beginners. And in this lecture, we'll go in depth in iteration and for loop and solve a problem about company evaluation. Let's suppose that a company, we have populated the years from year 2010 to years 2019, balance sheets from year 2010 to 2019. And we have populated the corresponding net sales from the income statement also for each year. In year 2010, the net sales was 20, and 2011 60, and 2012 10, and so on. And we have also populated the fixed assets total from the balance sheet, and it is 350 in year 2010 and 360 in year 2011, and so on. So we have 10 years here. What's required here to create a program to print the company evaluation during the last 10 years. Company evaluation, actually, if I would like to evaluate the company or check if the company is able to create sales, I can do that by multiplying the number of net sales over the fixed assets in particular year. So for instance, in year 2010, when I multiply 20 net sales over 350, it's gonna display or product a ratio. This is called, this ratio actually can corresponds to the company position. When this ratio is greater than 10%, this is mean the company was able to create sales in this year. If it's less than 10%, so in this case, the company was in this year in critical situation, or it was not a good year for the company to operate well and perform sales or make sales. So in order to solve that, we need evaluation. Either the company was able to create sales or was in risk during the 10 years. I will add new sale here to start this program, or to code it using for loop and if statement, of course. First of all, I will create the for loop, the first for loop. But before creating the for loop, I have to take the lists here and put them in my code and then run so that I can feed the variables, fixed assets and net sales and years in the memory with the corresponding lists populated from the balance sheet and income statement. Now I'm ready to make my code. I can go here and just start with the for statement for I in range of 0 to 10. So 10 years. If for I in range 0 to 10, I will create here the ratio variable, which is equal the value of years the value of net sales, sorry, net underscore sales over fixed assets underscore assets. In this case, actually, I need to pick the index of 20 and the index of 350 from the fixed assets and net sale. That's why I will have to pass the index here by the first and second and fourth year, and I will have to pass it here with I. So net sales of I over fixed assets of I, and the overall operation I will multiply it by 100, or I can leave this step and I will evaluate an if statement directly from point 1 and so on. Now in if statement, I need to check the ratio. If ratio greater than 0.01, then print the company was able to create sales. The company was able to create sales. I have to mention the year, of course, so that the report reader can figure out in which year exactly the company was able to create sales. So it's years here. I will use years of I. I will print out years of I here, and then comma, and then start to display my message just like that. Okay, I will go down right after the print statement and leave the indentation aligned to the if statement, and then provide the else if it's equal 10% or less. So in this case, I will print out the year also, years of I, and then comma, the company was in risk. So this is how the program can work. And then finally, I can run this code to see for each year how was the company evaluation according to the division of net sales over fixed assets. When I run this code, there is an error here. We'll check name ratio without n, so I have to remove this n here. So here is the code. In year 2010, the company was in risk. In year 2011, the company was able to create sales. Just make it like that to keep everything consistent. In year 2012, the company was in risk. 2014, the company was able to create sales. So we have evaluated these amounts from the balance sheet and income statement. It can be done for 100 year, not only 10 years. If you have the data, the historical data, and you are communicating with a big data platform, you can do that with Python normally and populate the required numbers into lists and make your evaluation to display report or evaluation in that way.